Hello everyone, welcome to this session. My name is Abhilasha and I'm taking you through vocabulary for IPMAT 2027. In this session, I'm going to be discussing foreign words and phrases for you. I hope you have already hit the like button and also shared and subscribed this session. Remember to do all of that. Of course, the like and share is for me. The subscription is for you so that you can participate in the live chat. Also that you get notifications. So do all of that, guys. Okay, let's get started. Vocabulary for IPM 2027. Here are some foreign words and phrases. All right, so foreign words and foreign phrases, that's the agenda for today. Okay, so here are words from different languages. I'm doing them as a question, so please join in. Schadenfreude, what does that mean? Is it deep nostalgia for the past? Is it pleasure derived from another's misfortune, anxiety about uncertain future, or admiration for someone's success? All right, the word Schadenfreude comes from pleasure at someone else's misfortune. So when somebody else suffers and you find that pleasurable, that's called Schadenfreude. As simple as the fact that you're going on the road and a person slips on a banana peel. You have nothing to do with that person, but you still find it funny and you laugh. So the pleasure that you got out of that is the Schadenfreudian pleasure. Okay, this is a German word. German language has given many words to the English language, and we know that very well, right? So here you are. All right, let's go to the next one. Saudade. Saudade is fierce national pride, joyful celebration, a deep melancholic longing for something absent, and a sudden burst of inspiration. Of course, it is a very deep melancholic longing when you want something desperately. What you call yearning in English, huh? The same thing is Saudade. All right, Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist, is that a political revolution? Is it the defining spirit or mood of a particular time? Is it a clash between old and new ideas, or is it fear of change? Okay, Zeitgeist again is a German word. Okay, and Zeitgeist means the spirit of the time or the mood of a particular period. For example, these are troubled times, right? Why? Because there is a war that is going on in Iran. Unnecessary, but it is happening. So the spirit is very dampened and depressed, correct? So the defining spirit is depressed, dampened, sad, unhappy, okay? Worried about the future. So the Zeitgeist is not very positive, okay? All right, Wabi Sabi is a Japanese phrase, right? So Japanese phrases are also there, lots of them. So wabi sabi is finding beauty in imperfection and impermanence, excessive attachment to material things, ceremonial Japanese art form, pursuit of absolute perfection. Well, wabi sabi essentially is the idea that you will find beauty in imperfection and impermanence. There are many other words from Japanese language that you already know. So for example, let me pick up a black pen. So a haiku. A haiku is a Japanese poem of 5 syllables. Sayonara is bye-bye in Japanese. Okay. Harakiri is traditional suicide. Okay. When somebody kills themselves, harakiri or seppuku. It is suicide in Japanese. Then you have shogun, who is a landlord. Okay, you have samurai, which is both a sword and a soldier. So the samurai sword is a double-edged sword, and the samurai is the person who holds. He's the horseman who fights a war. So he's a samurai, right? Ninja is a secret warrior. Okay, he works secretly, so that's ninja. Okay, then you have ikebana, which is the Japanese art of arranging flowers. Okay, so there are many words that you will find in Japanese language. Okay, so, and these are very commonly used words. Okay, nori is seaweed. I'm sure you've eaten some Japanese food also, so that also. Okay. All right. Angst is again a German word which means anxiety. So it's a deep existential anxiety or dread. Okay. Not blind rage, not excitement about not guilt. So what is happening to the students of NEET this year is angst. So they don't know what will happen. Will NEET be redone? Whatever, if it's been cancelled, what is going to happen? See the anxiety that those children must be feeling. They've done their preparation, they reached peak. And now again they will have to restart. They don't know how to do that. That angst, anxiety of those children and their parents is tremendously bad, and that's angst. All right. Hubris, of course, is excessive pride. This is a Greek word. Okay. Hubris means excessive pride that leads to your ruin. Yes. Kings in India, they had a lot of hubris. You were king of a village and yet you thought you were Alexander, right? So excessive pride. So that was a problem. Another Greek word that comes to the mind is eureka. Eureka means I did it. Yay, I've done it. Okay. Or heuristics, which is experiential learning. When you learn by doing something, that is heuristics, right? Ennui. Now, this is a French word. Remember, the French pronunciation and the spellings are very different. So the spelling is ENNUI and the pronunciation is ennui. Okay, that's the pronunciation. So ennui means boredom. So a feeling of listlessness from lack of excitement is ennui. Okay, if you do the same work day in, day out, there is ennui. You get bored. Nemesis. Oh, Sherlock Holmes and Professor Moriarty. Yeah. So Moriarty they were enemies, extreme enemies. So Moriarty was Sherlock Holmes' nemesis. So once inescapable agent of downfall or punishment, Moriarty was the only one who could harm or outguess Sherlock Holmes. Okay. Esprit is liveliness of the mind and spirit, wit. This is a French word. Again, okay. Esprit is spirit. Esprit de corps. Okay. This is called Esprit de corps. This is what? Brotherhood. The feeling of brotherhood that you get when you are all in the same party, team, something. That's called Esprit de corps. Kish, again a German word. When something is kishy, it means it is very cheap or tacky. So objects or art that is considered tasteless or overly sentimental is kishy. It's very cheap and very tacky. All right, let's take a look. Carte blanche, again a French phrase. Okay, carte blanche means carte is card or paper and blanche is blank. So essentially, carte blanche is a blank paper or a blank check. So when you give somebody freedom to do as they want, that is called a carte blanche. Okay. So that's carte blanche. Complete freedom to act as one wishes for somebody else's property. Mea culpa again is Greek and it means mea is me, culpa is blame. So my fault. So it is an acknowledgement of one's own, like you guys say, my bad, right? It's the same thing. Mea culpa, my bad, my fault. Okay, that's an acknowledgement of your own fault. Status quo. Status quo is things as they are. When everything is at the same, it's at a standstill. Whatever is the same way. That's status quo. So it is existing state of affairs, not a compromise. So existing state of affairs. Lingua franca. Language of the people, not a dying language. It's a common language. No, it's not an official language of a colonized nation. No. Lingua franca is a common language that all the people of a particular place speak. Okay. So that's lingua franca. Per se, in comparison to others, according to popular opinion, without exception, by or in itself, intrinsically. So intrinsically, per se. Okay. Bête noire. Again, this is a French word. So how you call it is bête noire. Okay. The word is silent, bête noire. So it is a dark and mysterious angel. No, it is a person that you dislike or dread. Again, Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty were bête noire. Okay. Not a forbidden topic, not a rival who constantly outperforms you. Coup de grace. The word coup means rebel. It is a rebellion. Okay, again, this is a French phrase. So, coup de grace is a final blow that ends suffering or a decisive final act. Coup de force is a rebellion by the military. It's a military coup. Okay. Coup de foudre is love at first sight. So it is a rebellion by your heart. Okay. Coup de maître is a master stroke. Okay. It's a master stroke, something that you do in one shot and it is just so amazing that it is just mind-blowing. Okay. All right, I'll ask you a question. What is the coup? What is the coup by the people of a country called? That's your task. You put it in the chat box. So what is the coup by the people of the country called? Okay. And it's a very simple one. Raison d'être. Again, French. Any place where you have to purse your lips is French. Raison d'être means reason for existence. The most important reason for someone's existence or purpose is raison d'être. Deus ex machina. See, the pronunciation is very peculiar. Deus ex machina. Deus means God, ex means from, and machina, of course, is machine. So this is God from a machine, literally. What does this mean? This is a godly solution to a problem. So when writers find a situation where they have no explanation to move on to the next one, they bring in something unnatural, maybe God, maybe witches, maybe spirits. That's called a deus ex machina. For example, in Hamlet. Now, Hamlet is told by his father's ghost that the uncle and the mother together had plotted for the murder of the father. Is there really a ghost? No. So he would have gotten some information from some people, but how to make it dramatic? So Shakespeare brought in the father's ghost. Similarly, in Macbeth, the three witches, right? They are what? They are the deus ex machina, right? So these are called deus ex machina, the artificial or unexpected solution that will resolve a hopeless situation. All right, Weltanschauung. What is Weltanschauung? So Weltanschauung is a comprehensive worldview or philosophy of life. Again, this is a German phrase. Okay, Weltanschauung means a philosophy of life. It is not nostalgia. It is not the gap between expectation and reality. And it is not the rigid political ideology, guys. Okay. All right, guys. One very quick idea, in your vocabulary book, there is a lesson on foreign words where you will find words from French languages, you will find words from German, you will find words from Greek, you will find words from Sanskrit or Hindi, you will find words from Japanese. Okay, these are some common sources. You may find some words from Spanish also and some from Italian also, right? So these are some common sources of words that have gone into English language. So do look these up and do learn. The minute you start reading these words a couple of times, what will happen is next time you see a word, you will be actually able to remember and realize that this is a foreign language word. Yeah, so do that. All right. Okay, if you find that this helped, do remember to like the session, subscribe, and also share with a friend. For Career Launcher enrollments, all you need to do is connect on 8130-038-836. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.